Hello, YouTube. This is the Galley La Podcast, and today we are going to be reviewing One Piece Manga Chapters 1128 and 1129. I'm Akainu Fanboy, the other guy, Geboss. Please like and subscribe if you have not. And please, I guess you could share your comments, I guess, about what's going to be the next couple chapters, but I've read up to this point, due to our delay, but yeah, just jumping straight into it. Leave a comment of your thoughts below.
It's been a
so
hot
we see
minute.
Sanji as, yeah, it's been a hot minute. Back like you never left. So
Yeah.
RPG, we have Sanji as the knight with Nami and everything. So kind of nice to have him more as like, again, kind of like a gentleman rather than like the whole pervy guy. We're starting to see that more with Sanji and everything like that too. But I have been liking these chapters. It does kind of feel like like I said, like an RPG. You could get more of a sense of adventure rather than just like huge epic fights 24/7.
Yeah. Well, what I really appreciate about these chapters is that it really felt back, especially with initially we have the original group of 5 Straw Hats, and then we get Chopper, but it feels back like pre-time skip, like they're just going to an island and encountering all this crazy stuff on it, and it does kind of work with a smaller cast. I feel like I don't dislike. I like all the characters in Luffy's crew, but having the smaller cast kind of focuses in more on the comedy and the interactions, especially like with
it's refreshing.
Yeah, I also like how Luffy's just has complete like faith in Usopp. Like with the giant cat, he's like, you could have beaten that cat, Usopp.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think he probably could have. But yeah, I know before we were talking about like how everything was made out of Legos, and how it makes a lot more sense about what we see is going on here. But yeah,
right. Yeah, so no, it was cool to just kind of see the adventure and everything like that. So I enjoyed it all. Yeah, so yeah, we get to see where we regroup back with Chopper here, and just moving on, we get like this snake monster that attacks, and I know this sent a little bit of controversy in the community about Gear 5 Luffy needing to be activated for it and everything.
Yeah, stop making Luffy go Gear 5 on everything.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes sense for him going up against Lucci. It makes sense for it going up against the Gorosei. Does not make sense for him to go up against these random like giant snakes or anything. If anything, I think it should be like Gear 4, because we see like there was the whole flashback, how he learned Gear 4 was training with all the beasts on Amazon Lily.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point right there. Yeah, so I kind of felt like that was unnecessary. And you get this like weird, like evil looking, like like the sun god, they call him, and then you have the poor cat trying to run away. He just doesn't even want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
Do you have any more thoughts on 28?
Yeah, so initially, like, well, first of all, Chopper negative feet, like, can't even break out of of whatever he was restrained by. Come on, give Chopper like some good feats here.
Right.
But where was it? But yeah, it is kind of interesting seeing all the, like, it's just a giant workshop. But I really like the design of the quote unquote sun god here. He's like a druid type thing with like the antlers and the skull mask and everything.
Yeah,
I really like his design. I mean, in the next chapter,
looks out of Skyrim.
Yeah, well, we see who it is in the next chapter, and I was kind of Like, really? this is what we're doing? But yeah, I liked it. But yeah, I mean, the next chapter is kind of just escaping the whole room.
Yeah, which is, I don't know. Like I said, I enjoy the simplicity of it. I do, like I said, I like the meme with the cat. I like to see Sonya Zoro cut out the net and everything like that too. It's just like really nice and refreshing to see them work together and again like that, you know. And yeah, you have some like comedy sprinkled in between these panels as well. And he keeps on bringing up Haruden, you know, and saying how it's disgraceful to be allied with weaklings like this, you know.
Yeah.
Which I kind of find funny because, like, you know, so like Usopp, you know, tries to get out, he can't get out, you know, which is kind of like a negative there for him, you know, but it's going to be probably a build up for later. And Nami, one of the more weaker members of the crew, just comes and annihilates him, you know. So
yeah, I was kind of surprised that she was able to do a blast. Like, if you think about it, like how big giants are, like, because they're riding on the back of, they're smaller than the cat. And like compare a cat, like something smaller than a cat, blasting lightning and creating something that would affect you as a person. Like, that's kind of
right, exactly.
That's pretty powerful there. But
Zeus is quite powerful.
Yeah. But that's because it's part of Big Mom's soul, because Big Mom is still alive and will show up on Elbaf. But yeah, you know who this is, right? The guy Roto. You know who he is in relation, right? The giant, the sun god.
Actually, I don't know. No, I don't.
So, he is actually a member of Haruden's crew, the giant crew that's under.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, he was introduced like when they were on a cover page when they were introducing all the crews. So yeah, I think he was working under Buggy at one point, because didn't they lose all their giants from Buggy?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think either that or he was working or he was back on Elbaf. So that's why he was saying like, oh, why would Haruden want me to work under these people?
Yeah.
Which kind of puts in context. I don't know how I feel about like him being the sun god, quote unquote, but yeah. I do think it would have been interesting to have like a character that was kind of menacing compared to like this goofy guy.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it operates a lot of the time, unfortunately.
Yeah, but yeah, I do think it was kind of funny though. Like he's just this big like nerd. He's just a collector because he's like, oh, I have the ultra rare Luffy and Zoro and Nami and Usopp and Chopper and Sanji. Yeah. And it's like he's like a gotcha collector. and all the people.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, and all the people that are in there, I guess he was they're also people that his Raven picked up.
Okay, yeah. And he does mention the sleep mist belt, which I assume is something that surrounds Elbaf.
Yeah, but if that's the case, then wouldn't the giants know about it? Or maybe they were like drunk and they didn't.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything about it, but yeah, another thing that was interesting. I need to find the exact line. The room. He said that the room that they're in was originally a holding cell for giants. So, it's kind of interesting because you haven't read past this chapter, but I have. so it's kind of interesting when you put it in context, like why they would need like a holding cell for giants and everything.
Yeah.
Because like even when in 1128 when he was walking past everything coming, it does kind of look like cells, which makes sense if it was made for holding people. But but yeah, there was that. And what was also interesting is that Luffy can just seem to like do Gear 4 like out of nowhere now, like only to a localized part of his body.
Yeah. He's definitely like powered up for sure.
Yeah, which would have made more sense than going Gear 5 against a random snake.
Exactly. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I definitely enjoyed these 2 chapters for sure. Just good to see the crew back together. I like the dynamic at play. I like the sense of adventure. And I think it's going to be a lot of good opportunities for the crew to shine in the future too.
Yeah, definitely. But another thing that I just really wanted to touch on was the whole naming thing, because like we see like the ear god, I think we brought this up before, like the ear god, and he's the sun god, and I'm wondering why they're like he's giving labels for the gods for this. Like I don't know if it's just like he's role playing or what, because it seems like the sun god is important in the culture of the giants.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then maybe he's like, oh, I'm the sun god and you are my people and blah 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 blah. He's like
exactly
just acting as a god, like in this world that he's created out of Legos and captured people.
Exactly, yeah. And he just might be like a complete like nobody in the rest of Elbaf.
Yeah. I mean, he is the navigator of the giant crew.
Well, like just in terms of like the culture, you know, like the society of Elbaf and everything.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, because it looks like Kabaji a little bit.
Giant Kabaji.
Giant Kabaji, yeah.
Yeah.
And then Richie is the cat. Yeah,
exactly.
There we go.
It's like poetry. It rhymes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We just need Mr. 3 somewhere.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I don't know. Yeah. Any more empty thoughts?
No, that's about it. We're gonna see the outside, see what Elbaf's all about next time. But yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thank you everyone for watching, tuning in. Leave your thoughts below in a comment and like the video if you haven't. And we will talk to you guys all soon. Peace.
See ya.